Hi everyone, Mayor Doug Thompson. I'm at easily my favorite brewery here in Hillsborough because there's only one. We're at Flounders Brewing, located right off of Stryker Lane here in the borough. Always amazing beer here at Flounders. I've never been disappointed. I think I've tried them all, or at least I've tried to. They're located right off of Stryker Lane. They too are participating in Restaurant Week, which is September 29th to October 4th. We're going to go inside and talk to the owner, Jeremy, who's going to tell us a little bit more about Flounders and all their great history in the borough and what they got planned for the future. We are in where the magic happens here at Flounders. I'm here with Jeremy, the owner of Flounders Brewing, just to ask him a little bit more about Flounders, and we'll talk about everything they have to offer. So, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about Flounders. How long you been here? What's the history?
Well, we started here, we're coming up to our 7th year anniversary here. It was me, my brother, my cousin. We started just as hobby brewing, and we needed a spot to actually just be able to sell our beer. So we leased this space way back in 2011 because me and my wife were living up in Bedminster, and it was the closest industrial space. We didn't know what we were getting into when we were moving into Hillsborough. We didn't really know how big Hillsborough was. And once we opened our doors a few years later, just on a hobby scale, 150 people wanted our beer, and we said, well, we gotta go bigger or go home over time here. And that was the goal, is to turn it into a full-time family business and stuff, which we've accomplished. So.
Yeah, and there's more to that too. I mean, it's great to know that you start off small here in the borough, but you have a future here in town too. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about what's next for Flounder.
Well, we are under construction right now in our expansion, which will be opening early spring next year over at Carriage Farm right off of Vanwell Road, where we're renovating 2 barns, one of them being 250 years old. We're turning it into a beautiful tasting room with all the original beam woodwork and stuff. And the other barn is going to be production, where we're pulling in a 15-barrel brew house, which is about 5 times the size of our current brew house. We got 3 methods that you can take our beer to go right now. Some of our styles are in 4 packs of 16-ounce cans, so that's 64 ounces of beer right there, but in pint size each individually. So that's on limited supplies of each type of beer that we do in that, so you have to check our online store or come in and see what we got in 4 packs. Every beer we make is available in 32-ounce crowlers, so this is 2 pints inside of this can, and these range from $10 to $14, depending on which style of beer you're getting. But every beer we do is in that, and we fill this and seal it on demand, so it's fresh beer in the can. It's nothing that was canned a few weeks ago. And then we also have 64-ounce growlers. If you have one from another brewery, you can bring it in as long as it is clean and dry. But we can fill any of our beers into a 64-ounce growler, or you can buy the growler here. We'll fill it, and you can bring it back and keep getting it refilled. But the most important thing is making sure that that growler is clean and dry when you bring it in.
And you get a collector's item, so you can make sure you come get it, because look how good that looks. But my favorite time of year for beer happens to be the fall. And this year you're participating in Restaurant Week on September 29th to October 4th. So can you tell us about some of the cool beers you have coming out for the fall?
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing, Restaurant Week falls right when our fall seasonals really start to hit. So it's going to be great because you can get a 15% discount on all those beers because of Restaurant Week. But we actually go pretty heavy in the pumpkin season. Our pumpkin beers are real successful, real well received. And over the course of the fall, we do 3 different ones. We do our Floundering Pumpkin, which comes from mid-September all the way through November. Just made with pumpkins, pumpkin spices, just a nice, easy drinking pumpkin beer. Then we do one called Ichabod's Folly, which is like a 8.5% heavier ABV. That comes later in the fall, colder out. You want that higher alcohol beer, that warming beer. And then we do our Norris Hill Drunken Pumpkin, which is a pumpkin beer made with Norris Hill Long Island cheese pumpkins that we roast and caramelize in the beer. So those come out, and then some of our darker beers come out, our brown ales, our stouts, our porters.
And I'm sure you heard Jeremy say it, but a partnership with Norris Hill Farm, another great local business here in Hillsborough. It's amazing. I hope you can understand from hearing Jeremy talk that Flounder is here in Hillsborough. So we look forward to seeing you all the time here, but if not, specifically during Restaurant Week, September 29th to October 4th, we can't wait to see you.